Scrubbing the guy who thinks he's fly. But it's
Hit it, Jelani.
and sit on his broken soul. Now
I thought he said
don't want
essay.
you.
I was like, why did he start speaking Spanish?
He got his bandana. He got his bandana and his flannel on, so might as well.
My socks are very high up on my legs, by the way.
Welcome back to the Cool Comic Show.
I'm glad you started. 'Cause I was about to get into a impression. We're not even there.
Oh.
I am one of your hosts, Damien, and with me, as always, is Mr. E, aka now known as Generic, aka E. Also with me, as always, is Jelani Carter, aka Jelani Hendricks, aka Jelani with the body, aka Usher, in that one video. And also with us, as always, is Q-Man Bean, aka Q-Man, aka Q. If you see him hit a hot pose for a second, he's just refreshing his camera, so don't mind him. But we are back with the finale of Creature Commandos. We are on episode 7. We are recording this on Thursday, the day it comes out. So when you watch this, it'll be Friday morning. So this is the quickest turnaround we've had in a while for one of these. But we figured, since it's a finale, we wanted to put it out for you guys. I will say quickly, right off the bat, since it's been a few days since we recorded episode 6, and I've kind of thought about it a little bit, I'm going to be honest and say I feel like the show's kind of lost where it wanted to go at some point. But hey, maybe that's just me. I don't know. We'll kind of see how the
I have some thoughts, but I'll wait to see how this episode pans out. But I definitely have some thoughts.
Like I said, since it's been a couple of days, I've thought about it more. It's like, how do I really feel about this? But speaking of
get down to business.
For real, speaking of episode 6, I want to quickly shout out a couple of YouTube comments that we had. We appreciate you guys supporting. First one is from our homie Cheyenne. She says, "Something tells me Jelani has a reoccurring subscription with Metasleaze magazine."
Oh,
shout out Cheyenne.
that makes sense. And
Our
you would.
exposure is
Now,
crazy.
what did you mean by that?
Well, you remember in the last episode that dude was reading Metasleaze?
Metasleaze.
Mm-hmm.
Someone got a little excited, but hey, that's the YouTube comments. You know, they're just gonna be they're wild west.
Yeah, they just make assumptions, sometimes based on facts.
Another comment that we had was at Trust Falls commenting again. They said, "Glad I can bring attention to Q-Man's blood aversion." Good reaction vid, guys.
I need him to stop.
Thank you, Trust Falls.
I'm getting queasy just hearing the word.
I mean, it's the finale, so you think they're going to turn the blood up a notch?
Yeah, Q, I would say prepare to kind of do all that.
Just watch with your glasses off. You'll be fine.
They might
do
sub
the
it
same
with
thing.
rainbows or something.
Yeah, maybe. That'll be like a really cool artistic choice at the last episode.
On the very last episode that they've never done before.
Before we start, I did want to say, if you are watching this on Friday, January 10th, when we upload this, we are having a Marvel Rivals Cool Comic Show co-stream this Saturday, January 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Come watch us play all our cool favorite characters and not look at Sue Storm's ass the entire time, or Mr. Fantastic's ass, whoever you're into. We don't judge around here.
It's a lot of ass in that game.
Sure.
A lot of
Think
ass.
about that.
I really love his depression beard too.
But yes, we will be streaming that on Saturday on all 4 of our Twitch channels. We'll be co-streaming. I'll put the links to all of our channels in the description. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on episode 7. Like E and I just mentioned, I don't know if Jelani and Q feel the same way. We're gonna see how this last episode goes. We'll kind of see the vibe of it, you know.
Yeah, I felt it a little bit towards the end of last episode because I think I'm just curious to see how they land the plane. I think they set up a lot. It is the first show of the new James Gunn universe, so I don't want to say there's a lot of writing on it, especially because it's an animated series. But you know, he was pretty ambitious with his announcement. He was like everything was going to tie in for the most part.
Yeah.
They showed a lot of flash forwards, and then they got a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of characters carry over between movies and TV shows. There's been a few announcements in between the premiere of this show and now. So, you know, it's kind of like he kind of set himself up for this is all I will say. Not that it has necessarily not been fun to watch and enjoyable, but, you know, as comic book nerds and fans of TV shows and everything and want to see this version of the DCEU do well, kind of want to see how you land this.
To your point, Jelani, like, and we'll talk about it at the end, but the fact that it is the first thing in this new DC universe is a whole other thought that I have. But let's just watch it and see how it is. Check out episode 7, A Very Funny Monster. Awesome. All right, James Gunn, let's see how you finish off this season 1, which honestly,
that's Superman breaking the chains.
Violence
creatures
and
on my
coarsening?
commando.
All right, that's too much.
What's happening? Oh. Oh.
Oh, all right.
Is this Nina?
Fish baby.
It's a baby.
It's a squid.
Oh no, she got gills.
Maybe you can develop a way to keep her alive.
Nina. Her name is Nina.
Oh no.
Oh.
All right, banger alert one last time. Oh, I also did see that there is a post credits for this episode, so we'll check that out too.
Awesome.
Her irises like 2 dollops. of
Bro is
virgin's
just
blood.
forever
Her
down
lips
bad, huh?
carved from cushiony
I mean, you know what?
intestines.
We need some more yearners, all
Once I
right?
stop
Shout
her
out to all my
from
real
chewing
yearners
this
out
man.
there.
I mean, she very, very strongly said no. So
That's also
don't
true.
yearn at that point.
Very
you
true.
know?
Well, yeah, he's kind of yearning beyond belief, but still.
Also,
Become
where's
pornography.
Cersei?
But the tender, soft
You know, prison probably.
Yeah, true,
Still, with their hands as balloons.
They're all pulling up to the castle. Princess is ready to pop off. Clayface, who knows where he's at?
Oh my god. Oh, not the grippy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
still up to
There are billions of humans in the world.
Just pull it up.
Right, Weez? 2 days ago.
Seems like we're not the
Is that Clay Man?
There's only monstrous visitors.
Oh.
Oh.
my love, the princess.
Jesus. Immediately.
Paramore of yours?
Oh, can it, Ghost Rider?
We better get
Oh, can she say that?
Can she say that? That looked like a capital G and a capital R. So,
Oh.
and his mouth
Damn,
was
she
open.
was holding that in.
Yeah.
That had some phlegm to it.
Oh no.
Ooh, her mom is.
Oh, they're in Star City.
Okay, W Star City. Where's
Yeah,
Oliver?
the arrow?
Yeah, Starling City.
Please don't trigger me.
Hey, Jelon. Silence is fine sometimes, you know?
Those machines.
Don't say that.
She wouldn't have
Don't
to.
say that.
We still could.
No, Lily, no. She's our baby girl.
She's yours.
Lily,
Ooh,
doesn't
damn,
need a
Lily.
Yeah.
because you don't look at her.
You're torturing us both. All 3 of us.
It's getting dark.
Lily, please.
I mean,
I'm gonna stay with my mother for a while.
like, what do you do in that situation? Like, that's your kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just, at the same time, it's like, what kind of life are you giving your like quality of life are you giving your kid?
Yeah, yeah.
It's hard. I don't have a kid, so I can't say for sure. I don't know, but it's just
True.
Can anybody relate?
It's a very tough decision.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god.
yeah. I was.
He gave his face a discount. That is crazy.
It's like they're getting more creative with how he's killing these people.
I mean, he can just literally melt in. Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay, so maybe Shawty was
We're
right.
almost to the
Maybe
party.
Shawty was
Yeah,
right.
dude.
And that means
Don't take her to the
you
park.
won't have to wear this machine any longer.
Bro's about to turn his child into an
To
animorph.
help her breathe despite the fluid in her lungs.
Oh my god.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, her lungs.
I don't think that's good.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay, she was immediately went to fish.
No.
Oh wow.
So he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. Probably injected her with like fish DNA something. Yep. Weirdo doctor. My question is, how'd she get arrested? Girl, if you don't put some shoes on out here.
Has she had, has she had clothes on this whole season? Like, what's going on?
Them nasty ass feet out of here.
She's from a foreign country, bro. They don't know any better, I think.
Oh, for a swim.
Sort of gay.
Yeah, like, why'd she say that?
Every time she says it, it's so hard.
It's just so crazy.
Hey, you guys remember G.I. Robot when he was part of the team?
May he rest.
Nazis?
I feel like he'll come back though.
Yeah.
He's a robot, so like can't really die.
Damn. Oh yeah, he thinks it's the girl from the
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
fire.
Should we put him down?
Oh my god.
Brainstorm.
Oh my, yeah, he's just ready to go at all times.
Smith said it was brainstorming. It's a little exercise.
So I tried to infuse her biology with elements of
Try
aquatic
to.
animals.
Looks like you succeeded.
Yeah,
Hank.
pretty successful.
She might be better off attending school with other children
That's a bad idea.
for socialization.
Children are assholes.
Especially- I was
At
about
the
to,
age
I
she
was
looks
just
like.
about to say it. Like if she's like 13, 14, bro.
Children are assholes.
How do you play that game?
Oh, her helmet's going to break.
She became a lax, bro.
Hell yeah. Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, there.
Kids are assholes.
Fucking frog.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Why she say that with a hard F?
Right? Not her talking about somebody when she looked like she about to say heart. Right? She better calm down.
Ribbit, bitch.
Oh.
You better not.
Oh, yeah.
I would have kicked him in the dick, honestly.
Flag, you awake?
This damn Clay did it to
What
me.
happened? You.
Imagine getting beat up by freaking Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Not Gumby.
Oh, high school Nina. More assholes.
Peter Parker?
They already said Ghost Rider.
Can he say that?
It's a crossover.
Can he say, oh, little crush?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh, and he was laughing too. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, if I were her, I kind of hate my dad. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just wants her to have a normal life, though.
Dear
She's
Daddy,
gone.
I love you more than anything in the world.
Oh, not
And
the
I am
sewers
so
girl.
grateful for
Oh, I
everything
thought she
you've
was
done
gonna
for me.
commit suicide.
I was.
I just don't. Uh-oh.
Is there a certain King of the Water down here somewhere?
You need to kill the princess.
I need to kill the
Yeah, why her?
The only way
Oh,
to
another
get
water.
her is Shut up.
Oh my god, he's not the backhand. Yo.
Stab her.
It was ready.
You shove the blade into her
Oh
belly
my God.
and twist. The water is yours.
So
Home field
brutal.
advantage. She won't even see you coming. But you're a monster. Like us. You're the biggest freak of us all.
Damn.
Well, that's not nice. I guess.
That's what she wanted to hear, though. She hasn't been accepted her whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Oh no.
For 3 years,
Star City
all of
sea
us in
creature.
Star
Really?
City have
Star
heard
Link.
reports of a sea creature. This photo was taken by a local
His pops,
photographer.
her pops probably saw that.
claimed
and
to
was
be
like, oh
out
my god,
searching for
Nina.
Yep, there
Whoop,
it
boy,
is.
there it is.
Star City Metropolitan has brought in animal control experts from Metropolis and Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven.
Shout out
huh?
Bloodhaven.
We're building a world.
Where my baby daddy is. Big
Big
Nightwing.
Dickolas.
Big dick. Oh damn, you got captured immediately.
Yeah,
Wow,
like
you kind
pretty
of suck
quick.
at this shit, huh?
Oh no.
He's about to get shot, huh?
Greatest gift.
These fucking cops, dude.
For what?
These fucking cops. Not only that, but like in a crowd of people, just opening
Right.
fire.
Why?
He got pay with leave. I mean, he got leave with pay.
He
there we
had to
go.
leave.
If Cersei isn't telling the truth, we're starting a war with
I mean, it is
Bacolistan
Cersei.
for no reason.
I know, John.
Oh my god, I'm out of shape.
Yeah, bro, you are huffing
You're just
and
walking
puffing.
towards the front of it.
Oh.
Oh,
He clayed all
Oh.
over the place.
oh,
Clayface is still like just. Oh.
Clayface.
We've been set up by that damn witch. We need to stop them from killing the princess now.
Man, if only we could see this witch more often. Let me stop.
Yeah. Let me call. Let me call my girl Nina real quick.
While she underwater.
underwater.
The
She got
underwater
that
phone.
aquatic cricket. She got that plankton.
Okay. Okay.
She got that shell phone.
So
The magic kind.
Doctor Strange?
All right. More of a reference.
By
to
the
this episode.
eye of Agamotto.
That shit is deep. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Okay, Pain Riddler.
Don't do it.
It was actually kind of cool.
Please.
Weasel, you about to blow up the spot, huh?
Yeah. Too slow, Nina. Oh shit, they're all about to fight each other.
Oh, nah, he's... Yeah, he didn't want to bite that, bro.
Oh!
Oh, ooh,
No.
ooh,
Oh
ooh.
my god.
Oh. Oh, she's killed before.
Bro, she looked badass as fuck.
Yeah, that looks sick, but
That
oh
looked
my
cool as
god.
fuck.
I'm sorry, Nina just got fucking worked in the water, dude.
Guys, I hate to say this, but Nina did absolutely nothing this whole season. And now she's
She was the heart of the team.
Dude, the princess was quick with it too.
She wasted no time.
We made a mistake.
It's weird. It's like something took over the princess when she was killing her, like the way her face looked and everything compared to this.
I'm saying.
Like it was like a different person.
That had to be the real her. I feel like there's got to be an act.
You know what it's like not being touched for 15 years?
Yeah, I do.
Damn.
Wait, not
Damn.
15
Where are you
years since
going?
his accident. How long has Batman been active?
I was gonna say, yeah, Batman's been there for a while, man. Jesus.
Old man Bruce.
I mean, it's gonna be Bruce has Damien already, so.
That's true. That's true.
No, I don't think Cersei wants to destroy the world. I think she was telling the truth about you. First, you seduced Flag to get him on your side.
She's been
Then,
planning
after
from
we
the
captured
start.
Cersei, you suggested we kill
What if she
her.
planted
That would have
Clayface
taken
to
care
throw
of everything.
Cersei off?
So you sent one of your knights to spy on us. He must have seen Macpherson visit Waller, someone you
Well, that was
would
Sergei. I
back
thought
up
it was one of the
Cersei's
sons of
story.
Themyscira when we
So
saw
your
him.
only
Actually, yeah, me
choice
too.
was- Ilana, I'm killing you because you took the life of the only friend I have.
Damn.
You know,
Like, she just kept on stabbing.
Somebody got to die to unite the team. You know. Oh,
woo! Oh my god.
Oh.
Kind of went out. Not that I expected her after the way she just killed Nina.
I mean, this is the bride though. She's been killing
That's
people
true.
for her whole
That
life.
is true.
Yeah.
That princess just got here.
I wonder if she's actually dead though.
You wonder if the princess is actually dead?
Jelani, it's a comic book show.
Yeah,
How
gang.
did I not hear that?
I need to ask you some questions.
Sounds her on the
before you
blick.
go.
Damn. And step on his glasses.
And he blind.
Well, clearly
Number
this is all
3.
too convenient. Who was really pulling the strings?
We converted one of the abandoned wings for you and your team.
My team.
All right, Task
Base.
Force M. That Nosferatu.
New Commandos?
Oh.
Yep.
Hey!
Oh shit.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh my
This
god.
fucking
Iron
guy.
Giant.
Okay, he does look very much like Iron Giant. Ah, King
What's up,
Shark.
King Shark?
You in?
What else I gotta do?
Wow, that's really it.
Oh, that's just.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay.
Was that the? There's another scene you said though.
There is a post credits apparently.
Yeah. Oh, he's still alive.
When you think about it, if she didn't love him, why would she overreact as much as she did, right? Tastes disgusting.
Yes.
Wait a while.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna start this off.
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
I thought I was like, okay, well, this is very too convenient. This is just ending. I was like, surely we have another 10 minutes of this episode left, and then it just ended. Going back to what I said at the beginning of this recording, I feel like this show didn't really know what it wanted to do. I think the biggest thing, when I mentioned this earlier too, I think the biggest flaw this show had is it being the first introduction to this DC universe. I think it would have benefited if there was already a couple movies and stuff like that, and we were more invested in this world. And I feel like this show, James Gunn specifically, didn't know what he wanted to do with some of these characters. Cersei disappeared after like episode 3, got arrested, she's done. Clayface was here, and then he's dead.
Question mark? Because he has a movie coming out now.
I mean,
Like,
Yeah.
He was strewn about of that
Yeah,
house. But I don't think he's dead.
he's just
I don't think
sleeping
he
it
can really
off.
kill. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was a pretty tough fight. He hasn't really gone up against someone that can give him a run for his money in a while.
Yeah.
My first overall initial reaction is I think there was a lot of cool moments in this show. There were some cool fights, cool animation, some crazy backstory with some characters. It was cool getting glimpses and like ideas of what this world of DC Universe can be with Star City and Bloodhaven, and we see Batman and shit like that. That part is cool. But I feel like as an introduction to this new world, I feel like this show kind of just, I think it lost its way at some point and didn't really know how to end. And that's kind of how. So there were some fun moments. It was cool to watch, but I don't know if I'm going to be like excited to go back and want to watch this again kind of thing. So that finale was, I don't know. I don't know what just happened.
Interesting.
It was, my thoughts, I just don't know. It did not stick the landing for me. Personally, the reason that I asked, I wonder if she's still dead, is because I feel like they did not thoroughly flesh out that character. Her motives, her actions throughout the whole thing. They tried to sum it up with Bride's speech at the end before she shot her, and I'm just like, this is not
like a quick.
This is not believable. Like, nothing she has done has really like been like, yeah, that makes sense. She's a mastermind. And you know, we had Cersei's vision, and she was standing next to Grodd, and I don't know if that's going to come back around. You know, I don't know, how does she even know Clayface in the first place if he was like over in Gotham? You know, so it's just, there's just a lot of unanswered questions that I feel like, because they were limited to 7 episodes, they couldn't really flesh out the plot. They couldn't really flesh out some of the characters that I feel like they wanted to hit home a little harder. So I don't know, it just kind of fell flat to me. So I
think the only issue with that is James Gunn is the one who made it 7 episodes, and he's, you know,
he's the guy.
So it's like,
you know, and like, I still like this show, don't get me wrong. I like the animation, I like the action. It was an enjoyable watch, but will I you know, write home about it? Will I go back and watch it? Probably not. I was, after the episode ended, I saw that thumbnail for Suicide Squad Isekai. I watched that again. But yeah.
Also, really quick, while we were recording this, we got a new comment on episode 6. This is from Anthony Lee Collins 9319. They said, as Damien said, it is surprising that so much stuff from the earliest episodes (parentheses Cersei, the Mascara, the Sons of the Mascara) is now gone. I'm not complaining, and I do like that we're this close to the end and we're still not 100% clear who the villain even is. Well, Anthony, by the time you watch this episode, it's still not really clear what really happens.
It's still not really clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm a little underwhelmed.
Same.
It was a good show, but it's the same effect that the Disney Plus shows had. It failed because of the episode restraints. They could not flesh out a big enough story to keep me engaged through the end.
I think if they would have kept with Cersei the entire time, they introduced her at the beginning and kept that story going, and Cersei's on chasing them, or they're chasing Cersei. Like, also, focus on that, something, you know.
Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot, and I'll kick it to Jelani or Q in a second. But like, also with Cersei, with the Queen getting Clayface somehow, how did she know that Rick Flag was gonna like fumble and fall for her and like throw a wrench into Cersei's plans? Like, when did Clayface come about? They didn't explain that at all. I feel like
that's what I'm saying. I think the show really would have benefited if it would have came out later on in this DC world.
Yeah,
where like we would have introduced a Clayface already or something like that. Where I think it would have been much more. It would have been better received. I feel like if that would have been the case. But anyways, E and I talking a lot. Jelani, Q, how you guys feeling about this show and the finale?
You know, I agree with you guys. I definitely was a little underwhelmed towards the end of it. Like, the ride getting there was like actually really, really cool. I think they probably thought they could get away with the fact that this is a lot of like exposition. It's definitely setting up a lot of concepts and characters and cameos for the DCEU. I don't think this was necessarily the medium or the TV show to do that with, you know what I mean? Since it is like, since there's so much riding on James Gunn, you know, running the ship now with the DCEU instead of like Zack Snyder, I think there's a lot of expectations set, and I don't know if he realizes how closely a lot of people pay attention to these things, which sounds crazy for me to say that because he was working for the MCU. But yeah, it's just like one of those things where like they did introduce a lot of concepts. I guess it was all a ruse, right? So they probably was like, no, when they first introduced Pokeless Stand or something like that, they made a real big point to be like, oh, they're like kind of behind, and they only were like understand like mid 2000s references, blah blah blah. Then towards the end, you can see that she was probably like a mastermind the whole entire time. So like, I guess like if you think about it that way, I don't know if a casual watcher will probably understand that, but I feel like they kind of revealed why she would have known someone like Clayface or knew that she could have Rick Flag fall for her, all that little extra stuff.
Yeah.
But I think just because of the episode constraints, they just tied it up a little too quickly as best as they could, and that just kind of makes everything fall flat. Like, I think the only reason why we're realizing that is because we're talking it out.
Yeah,
I don't
That's
know.
fair.
I don't think a lot of viewers of the show have a podcast with 4 different comic book fans that can that can psychoanalyze every single scene and frame. You know.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah. I mean, I'm upset that Nina died. It's
was
cool
sad.
to see J.I. Robot back. You know what I mean? Like, I wish they gave her more to do, even if she didn't really have powers for real. I just think there's like, it's important to have at least one character be the heart of a team, whether it's a villainous team or not. Now you just got all crash outs, and I'm like, that's fine, but I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not really all that interesting, especially for someone like James Gunn, who loves to implement a lot of heart in his projects. You know, like you've seen it with Peacemaker, you've seen it with Suicide Squad, his version of Suicide Squad, even Guardians of the Galaxy. There's always characters or moments that has a lot of heart to it. Now you just got a bunch of just bitter people, and you're just like, okay, I guess that's cool.
I mean,
guess.
they still got Weasel, even though he can't communicate, you know?
You know what I mean? I'm just saying what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know?
To your point, it just kind of, I feel like it just felt like one big prelude. And I think that's why it felt like,
And I think that's fine, because obviously they couldn't come out swinging with one of their big movies. So, you know, you're not gonna get that type of setup with Superman or Supergirl or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever is coming out. So I guess it was like probably like the best way to kind of ease into it. But I think just because it's like it is the very, very first thing, it's kind of like a lot, you know, like with WandaVision, I don't think we really knew, or I mean, we kind of had an idea, but we didn't know it was going to kick off a whole new era of the MCU. We were just like, oh shit, it's the pandemic. We're finally getting something from them. This is awesome. And then of course it like sets up and leads to everything. But with this, it's like, all right, no, this is the beginning of the DCEU. This is what's going to kick it all off. Here it goes. And then you're like, oh, all right. So when's Superman coming out? You know what I mean? Like, you know, so
Q,
I don't know.
Q, I'm curious what you feel about the finale, but like the season, you know, crazy gore and blood aside, you know, how you felt about the whole thing.
That's my favorite part. I think that Creature Commandos, it showcases the strengths of James Gunn when he's the showrunner, writer, you know, primary producer of this story. It showcases his strengths, but also, you know, more or less his pitfalls. I've had issues here and there with how well he does at making you care about characters, but also leaving like a bit more to be desired about the main story. I think that the series, it told some incredible stories and really like tapped into that pathos. Like every member of, you know, the Commandos, you have a vested interest in their story, and that format, I feel like it worked really, really well for the story. It worked from an illustrative sense. It worked from a storytelling sense. But that's not the main story, and that's the main issue. So I don't know. I think because of that strength, I would keep watching to see if they can hone in on that interconnected nature of, you know, just long form media, connecting this to another, you know, to other shows, and then to the movies that are coming out. But I have a growing concern for the DCU's priority list.
Yeah.
And if we're telling stories like this at the top instead of shelving it for later when it makes sense, these call outs to these other places in this world make more sense. You have more of a vested interest and more context for the story. so that you don't have to ask the question of like, what are the, you know, the primary motivators for each of these characters. You already kind of know it because it got fleshed out in another property. But like, I think this does a lot better if it comes out 2 years from now. Yep. I think the issue is James Gunn was really excited to tell this story, and he's the big boss.
He loves telling stories
like,
about
I'm not
big
shelving
teams.
this. We got it right now.
Put
it out now.
No, I agree with you 100.
So that's it. Just sucks.
I agree with you 100%. That's why I was saying, like, I think I'm the same way, where I think this would have done. It would have been much better if it came out later on down the line. And I think this show, for people like us and other people who know a little bit more of just surface level stuff about comic book characters, like stuff about like Star City or Bloodhaven, like that kind of stuff is fun for us. But for the general audience, it's the same issue that the DCEU had, where they just expect you to know these references. They expect you to know these characters. And a lot of general audience was like, I don't know what's going on here. What's happening? So I agree with you 100%. This show would have done, it would have made more sense if it came out later. But again, James Gunn likes these kind of teams and characters, and there is going to be a season 2. I think for me personally, it will kind of depend on where the DCU goes from here, from season 1 to season 2, and what comes out between now and then, if it's going to get my interest. I think, and again, you guys, everyone knows I'm obviously biased to Wonder Woman and everything, her backstory. The fact that they did Cersei the way they did and kind of just ended it like that is very weird, I feel like, because Cersei is a big character. She's a big villain. And she could be a big overarching villain, but they kind of just, Cersei starts off cool and then it ends. You know?
I mean, they're probably saving her for stuff in the future.
But that's what I'm about to say. Like, it's just, I don't know. It makes me, I don't know, hesitant about Wonder Woman in this universe, because we have Cersei.
That was going to be my point.
We have the Sons of Themyscira. We have all this stuff surrounding the Wonder Woman ethos, and there's just no news about her. Even Paradise Lost coming to HBO Max, not about Wonder Woman. Like, I just like, it makes me scared. Not scared, but it makes me hesitant to be like, I'm all in on this new DC universe, because I mean, we got Superman. We got the Superman announcement. We got some possible Batman news. You know, we had a little even had a Batman cameo in this show. And there's just like, you have a Trinity, right? Like, but I don't know. It's a little weird.
The thing is, like, Wonder Woman has great stories that could be told in this thing. And even if you're going to do Paradise Lost, one of the best like recent comic books in recent years was Wonder Woman Historia. And James Gunn is already going to adapt, Supergirl. If you just make Paradise Lost Wonder Woman Historia, that'd be great and perfect. But that was going to be my point with the whole Cersei thing. It's like this, and if you want to know more about what we think about this in detail, make sure you check out our main show that just came out. We talk about, to Q's point, our concerns about this, things that are getting chosen to be made. But yeah, there's just nothing for Wonder Woman. There's nothing, like, there's things that are around her, but that's kind of it. And it's like, so, but who knows? Maybe this year's Comic-Con, he's like, hey, here's 5 Wonder Woman movies. Be happy. So who knows?
For sure.
I mean, I feel like that. I mean, I don't want to say a strong possibility, but that could be a possibility, just to like throw people off and stuff like that. I don't know. You don't want to show your hand so quickly, but
that's true.
And also, it's like they showed so much stuff that has to do with Wonder Woman that it's like, of course, it's on the top of mind.
They showed a lot about Wonder Woman in here, like around.
I mean, if the first big villain you're showing and setting up is a Wonder Woman villain, and whatever your overarching story is going to be is as a result of her showing the future and everything, like. You have to, you know, you can't have that level of a sorry to cut you off, like that level of a catastrophic event and not have all 3 of the big 3.
Exactly.
There, you know, so like, I don't know. We might get it eventually. It's just taking a little bit longer than
maybe
everybody.
I don't know.
'Cause I'm just like, how can you set up a DCEU and not have her?
Jelani,
just Batman and Superman.
As a longtime Wonder Woman fan, let me just tell you that we've had this feeling for a very long time. And
you Bat Wills.
It's like, sure, it could be coming out, maybe, but like, it's just. It sucks,
and that's what
there's
I feel
so many
like
good stories.
This has just been like, I don't know, and I think that's the feeling that gives me. This was just one big prelude. Like, it could have been an email type of show. Like, like
I wouldn't say all that.
There's some cool moments, cool fights and stuff. I feel like
the reason I say that is because we had this big prophecy. You saw Gorilla Grodd. You saw some of your favorite heroes, Starfire, Superman, just strung up. You saw all this, and it led to nothing. And it's just like, well, are we going to come back to that? Because the princess...
I mean, nothing in this show.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because the princess was in that vision, but now she's dead. So what does that mean? And we're just kind of left standing because, they're not going to say anything about that in Superman. That's the next title. No. So we might not get answers for a decade. And like, I'm inching closer to 40, bro. Like, like what are we, So
we're running
maybe
out of
I'm
time.
just impatient, but I don't know. I feel like it raised more questions than it answered. And I feel like the questions it did answer, nobody asked,
Yeah.
That's why I felt like it was just a big prelude. Like there was a point to it, but it didn't know what that point was. Or they haven't showed what the point was.
Yeah.
Do you think if the show had 3 more episodes, it would fix the problem?
I don't think it would have fixed the problem outright, but we at least would have gotten more time to explore, hopefully, the princess's motivations. I feel like I think that's my biggest gripe is they were just like, by the way, I'm a villain. And I was just like, okay. I was just like, oh.
This is how I know you're
the... my memory of her is just walking around the castle for like 8 episodes.
She was walking around the castle. She messed with Rick Flag, and that was it. All of a sudden, she's evil,
I mean, the scene where they was getting to know each other was just as long as the exposition. It's like,
exactly.
The endurance isn't doing something.
I think a show like this, for me, it's one of those things I ask myself. It's like, okay, who is this show intended for? And am I the target audience? And if I'm not, then it's like, cool. People are gonna there are gonna be people that very much enjoy it and love everything about it, and that's cool. I want people to enjoy what they like.
And there's stuff to love about this.
Yeah, and like we said, I think each one of us has something at least positive about it. Like there's cool moments and like crazy ass backstories and crazy shit. I just think there's exactly Q put it perfectly. There's a lot to be left desired here, and we could, it's
super creative.
Who knows?
It was super creative.
It's one of the best illustrated projects I feel like I've seen. Kind of in this subgenre.
Especially when Dr. Phosphorus would use some of his powers and stuff. Like that'd be some crazy
The tank scene is still my favorite. But I think it was fun getting it was fun getting to know some obscure characters. We got to see King Shark again. I'm pretty sure that's the same one from Suicide Squad. So there is some continuity there. So I mean, it's cool. Overall, it was a good show. And I know I'm griping a lot. I don't know. It was a good show. It's just, I have a lot of questions, Yeah.
I think it was just fun. Like a fun kind of, I don't know, mindless might come off as negative, but I feel like it was kind of fun, mindless, just kind of see some crazy shit, some crazy deaths. And then we kind of move on. And like you said, our next thing is going to be Superman. So a lot of this stuff here probably won't get addressed for
a minute.
That was Creature Commandos season 1. We'll see how many years come out between now and season 2. We all may be 40 by that point. Who knows?
Yeah. What are your predictions? I'm guessing. I'm guessing 3 years.
4 years?
3 years. 3 years.
I would say 3 years is a good bet. 2 to 3 years.
You got to remember, we just talked about it in our main show. We have 4 years until Batman comes out. So I don't know.
You're right. Season 2 comes out next year.
Oh, he said they need something to fill the time.
Which again, I'm fine if they're not rushing stuff, but I think again we mentioned this in the main show. Make sure you go watch that. I think this Comic-Con, if James Gunn is going to be there, will shed a lot of light on the next 5 years of what's going to happen and what's coming out.
You better.
Oh.
You think he's impatient?
But that was Creature Commandos. Thank you guys for watching and supporting us this season. We will be back next week with Harley Quinn season 5. Speaking about mindless, that show is definitely just a lot of just crazy mindless shit happening.
For sure.
But it does seem interesting in season 5 for stuff coming up. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you check out our main show. And again, if you are watching this on the day we uploaded, even on Saturday in the morning, we will be doing a live stream on Saturday, January 11th. January 11th,
Sure.
5 p.m. Eastern time on all 4 of our Twitch channels. We'll be playing some Marvel Rivals. Make sure you come and hang out. We might have an adult beverage or two and have a good time. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for vibing, and we'll see you next week for Harley Quinn.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.